I take out Shinku's book. Alright, let's write today's entry. Going forward, I'm going to start writing in much more detail.
そうだな。それ自体はとてもいいことだけれど、でもできれば私の夢の内容は書かないでおいてほしいんだけどな。
Why not?
どうしてってそれは恥ずかしいだろう、やっぱり。
In the end, I've decided not to ask her about all the puzzling things I'd seen and felt in her dream.
私たちはいつも一緒だと約束はしたけれど、それでも互いにプライバシーというものは必要だと私は思うんだ。
Fair point. I write down all the important happenings, including the events of Shinku's dream. Alright, I also took the chance to write about the workings of your power. That should prevent another misunderstanding like today's from occurring ever again.
だったらいいな。ユーマが日記を書くことは記憶力が減退していくことの防止策であるのが本来の目的だったけれど、もう日記を書くだけのことでは思い出を留めておく効力が薄れてきている。それは明らかだと私は思う。ここ最近のユーマの言動行動を見ていると、そうだという確信が持ててしまう。
Even then, given where things currently stand, there's nothing I can do but write.
そうだな。私たちにはもう時間があまり残されていないんだ。さあ、これからは私たちの願いを叶えるためのお話を始めよう。
Our wish?
そう。私たちのだ。
Almost on cue, Shinku's book begins to open and flit through the pages. Eventually, it stops on one specific blank page.
ここから先は特別な日記を書くためのページとなる。選べ、ユーマ。お前の未来は誰と共にありたいと願う？
I have to choose who to spend my life with. My mind is keenly conscious of my left palm. I almost feel as though the warmth and softness of Shinku's hand still lingers there. Right now, I'll choose one person. I close my eyes. Almost immediately, a certain somebody's smile flickers in my mind. Save me. They're calling to me. Hey, Shinku.
Huh?
Say that I fulfill this wish. What will happen to you and I?
願いが叶う。その事実だけが残る。そして私たちは別れる。それだけを望んで私たちは一緒にここまでやってきた。そうだろ
That's why. Why, on the day we first met, we made a promise to always be together. But if our wish ends up being fulfilled, we'll no longer be able to stay together.
そうだな。ずっと永遠に二人で一緒にということにはいかない。それが契約だ。理不尽かもしれないけど、 納得できないかもしれないけど、それは事実なんだ。ずっと一緒だという約束は契約が満了するまでの間だけなんだ。
Your wishes still sometimes change, though. They'd have to. Shinku's wish, as I recall, is to experience love. Her wish exists. It is clear and concrete. Still, I, on the other hand, I haven't even worked out what my own wish is yet. Although speaking and making note of it to her would only spoil the mood. Eventually, we'll fall in love.
そう。二人の願いを叶えるために。さあ、行こう。一度きりしかない明日を選ぼう。最善の選択を慎重に、そして大胆に選び取り、確実な一歩を踏み出していこう。
I choose. I take a deep breath and hold it, as if I'm sinking in the bottom of the ocean floor. The bottom of the ocean floor.
ユーマ、これから続いていくお前の時間がとても素晴らしいものになるようにと私は願うよ。
As I contemplate what the future holds for us, as we strive toward fulfilling our wish, my eyes shut and I fall asleep. I'm sorry. The words that Minami Kana, was never able to say. The regret from the indecision still lives with me to this day. So many years have passed, but my heart has yet to move on.
お願い、私に自由をください。
The words seem to drop from my palms with every tear I spill. My mind grows hazy. My heart grows empty. Until my time runs up. What little of it remains. Be with me. Heck Sommer. I don't know if that's German or... The last one was Mexican, like Spanish. I mean, it's morning. I definitely didn't say that it was Mexican when I was referring to Spanish. I mean, to be honest, Mexican Spanish is different from Spanish, Spain, Spanish. Never mind. I wake up and rub my bleary eyes. Good morning.
おはよう。今朝はよく眠れたか?
Oh, she hasn't disappeared yet, thank God. It would have been a shame if she disappeared after we tried to save her. Right after. Yeah, I slept so soundly, I don't even remember what I dreamed of. I stumble out of bed and begin changing my clothes. Wonder what that is.
どうした? まだ眠いか?
Yeah, I am. But that comment was more directed towards that nice smell. I stand up and finish getting my clothes on. A pleasant smell beckons my empty stomach, so I follow its trail and arrive at the dining room.
おはようございます、ヨマさん。
Walking in, I find Kana beaming at me with a smile as bright as the sun. That smile, in and of itself, seems to wipe away all lingering traces of my drowsiness. Morning. I can't help but crack a slight smile as I bid my second good morning of the day. Following that, I rotate my head and scan the dining room table. Well, you guys... Everyone apart from me is already present at the table, surrounded by a variety of appetizing dishes. Were you guys waiting on me to get up before eating?
はい、もちろんです。
Tsukasa wears a giant smile on her face, gripping a pair of chopsticks in one hand, impatiently awaiting the beginning of the feast.
課長であるお兄さんを差し置いて、私たちだけがお腹いっぱいになろうだなんていうのは虫の良すぎる話なのです。
Okay, so it makes sense that Tsukasa would wait for me, and Tsukasa would wait for Yuma, and so would Kana, but what about the others? I'm not the head of the household or anything. That's pure exaggeration. I take a seat, smiling awkwardly.
ちょうど今から起こしに行きましょうかと皆さんで話していたんですよ、ユマさんのこと。
Alright, this is the actual first CG of Kana's route, alright? Not the other one that I had to censor a bit. This one, you know, at least this one isn't going to be blacked out in the all ages version. Oh, really?
はい、そこで誰がユーマさんを起こしに行く大役を任命されるべきかとそう話し合っていたところだったんですが。
Critically important responsibility, you say?
そうです、大役です。誰にも譲ることのできない一大任務ですよ、これは。
Cook for Yuma? I don't know what you mean. You're really fond of exaggeration, aren't you? Having said that, though, I sort of feel like I've gotten used to Kana's antics by now, in a sense.
そんなことないです。これは決して大げさな話なんかじゃありませんよ。これからの時代、お寝坊さんな男の子の布団を剥ぎ取って朝一番の笑顔でおはようございますをプレゼントする大義ある役割はもう幼馴染だけの特権ではなくてですね。
What do you mean by first good morning of the day? Do you mean that in the literal sense, like, saying good morning, or do you mean like, surely she means the first one, right?
いつだって旦那様に対しての献身的なご奉仕の精神を忘れない素敵なメイドが行うことこそがこれからの時代の最先端だというかトレンドだというか。
But then again, she did think that coming in her food would have made it taste better for Yuma. So, never mind.
とにかく朝の顔はメイドさんなんです。そんな具合にこの世の中に定着させていかなくてはならないと私はそう思っている所存でして。
What in the heck are you rambling on about? She prattles on and on without end, to which I expel an audible sigh. Part of me does find it a bit endearing when she starts speaking nonsense with such conviction, though. That's not a good sign. You might be rubbing off on me, and not in a good way. I notice Shinku wearing an awkward smile in the corner of my vision.
とにかくですね、今からの時代何度も言うようですが朝の顔は幼馴染じゃなくてメイドなんだって思うんです、私。エプロンドレスに抑えきれないほどの大きな愛を乗せてお届けなんですよ。そんなの幼馴染の仕事にしないで。私はそんなことしないわよ。
Okay, I feel Mio would be the type to reluctantly be like, all right, fine, I guess we'll wait for Yuma, right? even though because she's a tsundere, right? You know, that's only her outward appearance. Inside, she'd be like, let's wait for Yuma because I love him and I want to have 10 million babies. Maybe not that many. Her eyes flicker in surprise.
そうなんですか？当たり前でしょ。そんな水強な真似を一体誰が好き好んで。遅れてるんですね、如月さんは。
Kind of smiles slightly as she puts her hands together against her chest.
ごめんなさい、怒らないでくださいね。ただちょっとこれを見てくださいよ、これを。何？昨日の夜に夏目さんから貸していただいた本なんですけど。
Ain't no way. Bro. He produces a book out of the pocket of her dress and begins to flip through the pages. Don't show any pages, alright?
このちょっとお目目が大きめの可愛い女の子が表紙に迎えられているロマンチック回路全開な小説を読んでみたところ。
Bro, Suzu gave you a hentai manga.
メイドさんは時として愛する旦那様のためになら正義の味方にだってなれちゃうくらいに万能な機能性を保持する最優良人種だったんだなと改めて思ったわけでして。
Let me see. Stop showing it. I skimmed through the book. Being a book lent to her by Suzu, I need to check for ulterior motives. I think you can already see them on the cover of the book. I'm slightly worried that this book might contain some rather objectionable content. Not that I have any personal aversion to such material, my man. Except that he still covers his eyes like a child whenever he's faced with potential lewd scenes. I continue skimming. The cute maid spends her time waving her broom around and using it as a weapon to fell evildoers one after another. That's what I've gleaned from the pictures and text that I saw. The book also gives off a faint, bitter, smoky smell. There are the occasional scenes in which the girl is put into cutesy or moe situations, but they all seem rather tame.
ライトノベルという作品です。夏目さんがそう教えてくださいました。
Okay, it's a light novel. Right. She jots out her chest in pride. The expression on her face is what I'd expect to see from an elementary schooler bragging about a new game or TV show to their friends. Alright. The first volume of the light novel doesn't sound too bad. But the second volume definitely gonna get more raunchy.
絵本や童話の本とか以外に挿絵がある本を初めて読んだのでとても新鮮でした。これぞエンターテイメントという具合に面白かったです。最高です。かっこよかったです、メイドさん。そしてとても可愛かったです。だから私これからもメイドさんで行きたいって思いました。可愛さとかっこよさを兼ね備えた感じの。
Interesting. If she enjoyed it, then what reason do I have to complain? That applies to most everything. Well, I'm not entirely sure what she'll do in her pursuit to become dashing, though. So you'd say this book really struck a note with you?
はい、そういうことになります。影響されちゃいました。
She smiles cheerfully.
なのでこれからはメイドさんが手厚く扱われるような時代がやってくるのではないかと私はそんな風に期待して。メイドブームはもうとっくの昔に終わっちゃってるの。
I mean, Kyo would know. She knows the all the tropes.
リアルでも平面でもメイドさんの出没率は極端に減ってきてるし。
Look, all right. When did this come out? Like 2000 something. Listen, maids were still pretty popular back then, all right? But you stick some cat ears on them, boost their popularity.
そうなんですか。
Just look at Nekopara.
そう。
Kyo nods firmly.
そして対する可愛い幼なじみっていうのは永遠に輝くファクターだよね。その存在自体がもうすでに奇跡というか国宝級なの。
But see, Kyo says this, but like I've said, every time there's a transfer student in an anime, the childhood friend always gets snuffed by the transfer student, aka Ayumu. Wait a minute. A gift to mankind?
お兄ちゃん、
Yeah.
リアルでそんな人生のお宝を得ているあなたはもうそれだけで勝ち組だよね。
I mean, listen, alright, I'm excited to do Mio's route, but I just started Kana's route, alright? She gives me a thumbs up.
死ねばいいのに。
Listen, Kyo, alright? You'll get your turn. Just, you know, but at the end.
違うの。
What do you mean?
この場合の死ねばいいのには言葉のままの意味じゃなくてネット上のニュアンスでは褒め言葉っていうか。
Kind of. So please don't get mad at me, Oni-chan, she says, voice quivering. She seems to be genuinely worried. I pat her head to reassure her, while glancing toward Mio.
何を。
She's averting her eyes, face bright red. It's difficult to make sense of what emotion hides behind that expression.
だからって毎朝ユーマを起こしに行ったりなんかは絶対に。
Yeah, but you want to post to making him lunch every day, so, you know, you're not too far off. Actually, Kana might get a bit jealous if you try. Especially since it's not your route, alright? Not yet. Mio, you can wait your turn. Kana, no, stop that. I'm utterly flabbergasted. Why on earth are you trying to take your clothes off? Excuse me?
私メイドを卒業します。
What? You were telling me how great they they are not even a minute ago.
止めないでください。お願いします。
Listen, I'm not going to stop you, but Yuma might not be might be opposed to it. You need to stop. See, I told you.
私普通の女の子に戻ります。いいえ、普通の幼馴染に戻ります。
Why am I getting deja vu? I have no idea what you're on about. I feel dizzy. You were never even my childhood friend to begin with. So you can't say again. Well, okay, listen. The plot point that she used to know Yuma kind of got thrown to the back thrown away right at the beginning of the game, but regardless, she knew of Yuma's existence when she was younger, all right? You know, so surely they were technically childhood friends. He just kind of, you know, forgot her. Tears well in her eyes.
ユマさん、私は生きた化石だったのでしょうか。地層深くに埋葬されたまま這い出てきてはいけないタイプの流行遅れだったのでしょうか。
Listen, Kana, my advice to you is to not follow fads, because once you get into one fad, it's gonna be replaced by a different one. All right, just don't get into fads. All right, that's my advice. No, none of that is true. So please keep your clothes on.
お取り込み中のところ大変申し訳ないのですが
You're not allowed to take your clothes off either, Tsukasa, until you're out. What? And Tsukasa then raises her hand sheepishly.
お兄さんに如月お姉さんもういただいてしまってもよろしいでしょうか
Oh, they haven't started eating?
美味しそうな朝ごはんを
She's drooling. Bro, how's the food not gotten cold yet? She starts to drool even. Yeah, I heard that. Yes, I did. I heard some drooling.
私もう我慢ができないかもしれないような気がしないでもなくてそうね食べましょうか
Yeah, kinda save your identity crisis for whatever for later. By which I meant, please stop trying to undress yourself, I add. No, I hiccuped, alright? You're not allowed to do that. I don't know if my mic picked that up. She pats down her rumpled clothes. Alright, let's eat. After putting our hands together, we begin our meal.
そういえば
Wait, was Suzu here the whole time? Okay. As we all nibble on at Mio's breakfast, which is as delicious as always, Suzu suddenly speaks and ends the silence.
今日からみんなは夏休みなわけだけど何か予定とかある感じ
Today is in fact our first day of summer vacation. We're off from school for a long time. 1.5 months to be exact.
私は特に考えてませんけど私も特別な予定とかは考えていませんね私はいつでも夏休みだから
Yeah, I know that.
私はお仕事頑張ります勉強したいって思う
Yeah, but you do that already. What should I say? I haven't given much thought to what I want to do with the abundance of time. I'll have until school starts again.
そうかみんなこれといった予定は今のところないんだね
Doesn't look like it. I mean, okay. I know this all sounds like it is common route stuff, right? I get that, but surely there's still some dialogue here that's specific to Kana's route, right? Or is Kana's route still like further along in the story? Just this chapter doesn't have a chapter number. Never mind. It doesn't look like it.
それならさ今日はこれから空いてる
We all nod in response to her question. I got a bad feeling about this.
そっかそれはちょうどよかったそういうことなら今からみんなで
There it is. She throws her hands up to gather morale.
この量を大掃除しない
Listen, that's Kana's job, alright? Let her do it. She needs the money, alright? Yuma will, not do any. What?
大掃除ですかうんお休みの初日にすることにしてみれば至って健全でしょ
Yeah, after spring. I suppose so, but why? I'm struggling to understand what led her to this idea. I don't know, maybe it's because of the amount of books in her fucking room that she needs to get rid of.
ちゃんが私の貸してあげた本に影響されたとか、そんな話をしてたけど。
She pulls out the book in question as she speaks.
今朝に読んだこの本にお掃除をすることがとてもいいのだとそう書いてあったので、いろいろないい影響をくれるんだって、お掃除は。
Ah, okay. So that gave you the idea to do some spring cleaning?
掃除ですか？
この寮はみんなの家だよ。これから長い夏休みの時間を過ごさせてもらう場所なんだから、日頃のありがとうの気持ちを込めてしっかりお掃除しなくちゃいけないでしょ。
Not that I really care, but why do we also have to participate in this plan you basically came up with on a whim?
そんな言い方ってないんじゃないの？
I mean, I already told you. We give Kana all the work, and then we can pay Kana more so that she can fulfill her goal faster. You're requesting our enthusiasm, but why don't you consider this from our perspective? Trying to rope us into doing work for you through incredibly flimsy reasons.
日頃のありがとうを込めてお掃除ですか？
Actually, Tsukasa might want some money as well. Maybe Tsukasa and Kana can work together, right?
それはとても面白そうですね、お兄さんのお姉さん。
Yeah. I'll clean this place till it's sparkly clean. Can I help you?
やっぱりゆうくんは司が動くと途端にノリが良くなるよね。
Do I?
ねえ、ちょっと前から思ってたことがあるんだけど、いい？
No. Sure, what is it?
ゆうくんってさ、もしかしてロリコン？
No. Not yet. You'll have to wait after Mio's route. Because, okay, look, apparently there's a route order you have to do with this. Starting off with Kana, and then Mio, Tsukasa, and Kyo, and then ending off with Shinku, right? I don't know if there's an actual route order in this, but you know, we're not deep enough into it to determine whether or not, right? You know, maybe there's some stuff in Mio's route that spoils Kana's route or something. Never mind. I'm gonna make a lot of jokes in terms of the route order, let's just say. Absolutely not yet. Unless you're thinking of Shinku as well. But, you know, she doesn't know Shinku.
シスコンでもあったりするの？
Okay, that one isn't true. Even when we do Kyo's route, that's not the case. No. I meant it Tsundere's though. I mean... you know, just I'm not. So are we all in favor of cleaning?
おう、やるよ。
Except Suzu, because she's probably not going to do any cleaning.
この際だから綺麗さっぱりといるものいらないものをより分けて容赦なく捨てていこうよ。管理人が蓄えてるガラクタも一緒にまとめてさ。
Sucks to be him. He should have been here to to clean it up himself, but looks like he's not here. Looks like we're gonna have to clean out his entire room. Sounds like you're going to be throwing out a lot of your books then, Suzu.
それはない。
I knew she would say no. She waves her arms in front of herself dismissively with a perfectly straight face. Well, you said everything we no longer need. We no longer... Wait. You said everything we no longer need's gotta go. And you definitely have a lot of books that are just sitting there collecting dust, so...
いや、マジありえねえっすから。
Yeah, especially since half of them cost an arm and a limb. But...
私の本にいらないものなんてないから。
Looks like she has absolutely no intention of getting rid of her excess of books. Which is a shame, because I figured it would be a good chance to do something about them before the floor beneath caves in under the weight of the massive pile of them. Listen, I'm sure Suzu would be able to, you know, donate them to a library or something, right? It at least help with the storage and the collection of dust that's piling up in her room. Okay, now where do I begin? After breakfast, Suzu assigned each of us areas to clean, and we promptly set off to work. First, we're each to clean our own rooms. So Yuma's got the worst job because his room is the manager's office. Manager's room. Everything we don't need is to be thrown away, and that means everything. Anything that might be of value, though, is to be set aside later. We'll take it all to the local flea market in the shopping district to sell. So I gotta clean my room. I guess that means I'm cleaning the manager's office. I walk toward the room, rubbing my food-filled stomach in delight all the way.
ああ、ゆうくん。ちょっとお願いしたいことがあるんだけど、いい？
Don't ask Tim to clean your room. I turn around and find Suzu standing right there. What do you need?
うん。庭先にある倉庫を先に掃除しておいてくれないかな。
Well, I guess someone had to do it, didn't they? Why the storehouse? Well, everyone's gonna find stuff they can't bring themselves to throw away. No doubt about it, she begins to explain. I don't know what voice I tried to do for her.
そういうたくさんの荷物を保管しておくにはどこがいいかなって思うと、あの倉庫くらいしかいい場所を思いつけなかったんだよね。
Yeah.
あの倉庫には結構重たい荷物がたくさんあって場所を取っちゃってるからさ。そんな力仕事を私みたいな細腕な女の子にはさせられないでしょ。だからお願いね、男の子。
Damn, you really said that? Thank God Ayumu isn't here. You, a dainty little girl? That joke just made my day. No, my life.
なんだか非常に不愉快なんですけど。
Listen, alright? If you had a route, I'd be more lenient, but you don't. So, go fuck yourself. I'm almost certain you're stronger than me. This is someone who has a grip strength of over 200 pounds.
ま、いいや。とにかくお願いね。私は私で頑張ってお掃除するからさ。
She a fucking rock climber? Why does she have that much grip strength? Fine. I guess I can do it. After yelling, I head to the storehouse in the front yard and begin sorting and removing what items are contained therein. I'm so pooped. Cleaning out the storehouse had been a much more tedious process than I thought. It was backbreaking work to lift and carry out all the heavy items in there. Over an hour had flown by, unbeknownst to me. Well, I just hope this makes things easier for everyone else. I remember a comment to myself before moving to the manager's office to clean it. Right, so where shall I start? I survey the room. Junk, junk, junk here, there, and everywhere. Goodness.
Yuma?
Oh, Shinku. All of a sudden I feel zero desire to do this. Like I said, he's probably got the hardest job. Didn't help that he had to clean out the storehouse too.
本当に早速だな。
Yeah, I would too. Mine would too. Yeah, well, now that I get a good look at this room, it's a complete and utter mess. Cleaning it is going to be hell. I've slept here every night for so long now, so how I didn't realize this earlier, I don't know. I also feel like it might not be my place to determine what in here should stay and what should go. This isn't technically my room, after all. I'm simply borrowing it for the time being. I feel like I'm accidentally throw something away because I'm not aware of its significance. And if I do that, I imagine I'll have to deal with a heap load of trouble later.
そうだな。ありえるかもしれないよな。そういうのも。
It also doesn't help that his mattress is stacked, is on top of a stack of books. Exactly. So it's probably wise that I avoid going through Shigure's belongings. Most of these things look completely alien to me. Collecting trinkets and treasures with peculiar powers from parallel worlds happens to be one of his hobbies. Hence why I should avoid touching anything here carelessly. As I'm racking my brain over what to do.
あれユマさん、お掃除全然進んでいませんね。
Kana appears out of nowhere. Oh, right. Yeah, I was just questioning whether or not I should even be messing with the stuff in this room. Are you all done cleaning your room?
はい、バッチリです。日頃からこまめにお掃除していますので、特別に捨てるものもやることもありませんので。
You say that, but it still took you an hour to do it. Oh, wow. I guess it really does pay to work on something daily so it doesn't pile up incrementally. Don't worry about my room. She giggles bashfully. So, did you need something?
はい。私は私のやるべきお掃除を終えてしまったので、だからユマさんのお手伝いをしようと思って。
Oh, sure, thanks. That'd be great.
はい。
Beaming, she fidgets about shyly.
でも、こうしてお手伝いにやってきたのは、実を言うと、夏目さんの指示だったりするのですが。
She did?
はい、そうなんです。
Why do I get a bad feeling about this?
手が空いて暇だったら、ユマさんのお手伝いをしてあげてという具合に。
Okay, so she didn't take an hour to clean her room. She just had some free time on her hands. Ah, okay. Well, I still appreciate the help regardless. Thanks. We proceeded to rummage through the items in the manager's office together. Not everything, of course. There are still numerous things we decided would be best left untouched. However, we could still do tiny things like putting books back on shelves and whatnot. We decided upon a goal of making the room look at least a bit more presentable and strove hard to that end. But here's the thing, right? Sure, it looks messy to us, right? But to Shigure, he probably knows where everything is, right? So if you try to quote unquote organize for him, make it look tidier, he might lose some of the stuff, right? I know what the term for it is, but it's a very it's an organized mess, I guess you could say. Right? Messy. It's messy for us, but you know, Shigure can recall everything, where everything would be. Right? If you mess with anything, like he could lose it.
ユマいる？
Mio? Oh, even Mio has swung around.
私も自分の部屋の掃除は終わったんだけど。
As Mio further explains, she's finished cleaning her room and was preparing to next clean the dining room. However, Suzu then stopped her and told her to come help me first. Exact same situation as with Kana. You too, huh? I can't help but feel a slight awkwardness. Maybe this is Suzu's way of making it up to me since she had me clean out the entire storehouse.
それなら本人も手伝いに来ればいいじゃないか。
Possibly.
ユマ？どうしたの？
I mean, to be fair, Suzu would have probably been a better fit for cleaning out Shigure's room. You know, considering that she works for him. Look, I don't even think Mio knows about the other world. At least Kana's been there twice, but still... Do I not look okay? 3 times. The 3rd time she got kidnapped.
難
難しい顔してるから。
Oh, no, it's nothing. Well, anyway, let's keep tidying up. Having some extra hands now really helps. Hopefully we can wrap this up quickly. We continue working now, the three of us. A small part of me still can't help but remain a bit wary about the whole situation, though. Yeah, I would be too. I pull out some string-bound books, along with some old-looking documents. I pick out one and begin to flick through the pages.
どうかしましたか、
I was just thinking, like, if we took this to a specialist store or whatever, it'd probably fetch a pretty high price.
ユマさん。ダメよ。
は？
人のものを勝手に売りに出そうとか考えちゃう。
Yeah, I know. But wouldn't it be neat to at least get it appraised and see how much it'd go for?
気になる？
Well, I'm a little curious at least.
もしかしてお金のお話をなさっていますか？
Of course, Tsukasa's here as well. Is Kyo gonna show up too for some reason? Even though Kyo would be like the last person to show up. Actually, like, no, you know what I mean? She's the last person in the. God, never mind. Whatever. Huh? All I'm saying is that I don't think Kyo's cleaning up her room at the moment. I turn around. It's Tsukasa, and she isn't the only person standing in the doorway. Speak of the devil. Ayumu and Kyo, too. What are you guys doing here?
はい、私たちはお兄さんのお手伝いにハセさんち出したいでありまして。
Listen, all I'm saying is I think Kyo was just lying in her room waiting for Tsukasa to knock on the door or whatever. And Ayumu, I don't think there's much in his room to clean up. She throws up her hand to form a salute. Hang on a minute. What? Never mind.
馬車馬のごとき育ちだでこき使ってやってください。私のことを。
She rolls up her sleeves with brimming enthusiasm. What little sleeves she has. All three of you are gonna help out?
うん、そうだよ。私は最初から自分の部屋をお掃除するつもりなんて。
What did I tell you? I told you she was never gonna clean her room.
そういうわけで暇でしょうがなかったの。だから手伝う。お兄ちゃんは。
And then Ayumu's gonna be like, there wasn't much in my room to clean. Ayumi looks around the room in wonderment. Did Suzu ask you three to come here too? She told Kana and Mio too. The three of them nod in unison. Interesting. Listen, alright. You've got 4 girls that all have routes, and Ayumu's here too. All I'm gonna say is secret route confirmed. Never mind. I feel it in my gut. Something about this is not right. So where is she right now? Do you know? She isn't being held accountable, that's all I'm gonna say. The new trio all cock their heads to indicate that they don't know.
わかりません。行方知れずなのです。自室にて本を整理するとはおっしゃっていましたが。
And by tidy up, she means read. Because she isn't going to throw away any of her books.
でも、さっきあの人の部屋の前を通ったけど、部屋からはまるで人の気配を感じなかったけど。
What? Really? That's odd. I nod, but I simply can't shake the foreboding feeling that's taken root inside of me. Why would she just take off somewhere? She's the one who suggested that this whole cleaning day in the first place. she's up to something. I just know. But, well... Oh. Okay. Here's my idea. Suzu told Yuma to clean out the storage room, right? And now everyone is trying to help Yuma clean out the manager's office. Meanwhile, Suzu has put all of the books in her room into the storage house. And that's why it's empty. But, well, we can't just quit after all the work we've already put in. Why don't we go ahead and finish the rest of the cleaning ourselves, with or without her?
そうですね。私はお掃除大好きなので、時にはこうして皆さんでというのも面白いです。
And because all the people are here, Yuma isn't able to logically deduce that the reason Suzu's room is empty is because she's put all of the books in the storage house. Surely, right? Surely I'm not just overthinking it. Okay. After this, let's clean the dining room and other communal rooms. With us begin organizing and tidying together. However, this room wasn't quite made to fit 6 people. We constantly bump into each other and get in each other's way.
狭いよ、暗いよ、埃っぽいよ。
And Kyo only likes 2 of those 3 things. She wipes the snot from her nostril area.
ハウスダストが。
She snuffles.
お兄ちゃん、ちり紙を取っていただけたらと。
Kyo, I don't know if you've been taught this, but you should cover your mouth when you sneeze from now on. Smiling wryly, I pass her some of the tissue paper kept in this room and assist her in blowing her nose.
ユマさん、今さらこういうのもなんですが。
ん？
こんなに人手は必要ないんじゃないでしょうか。この部屋を片付けるのに。
Maybe not.
この部屋に6人一緒というのはちょっと動きづらくて作業がはかどらないというか。
She'd been placing books on her shelf while looking sidelong at me. She must have not set them down properly or something, because books suddenly come tumbling down one after the other.
ごめんなさい、今拾います。Don't mind.
Kana hurriedly gathers up the fallen books and stows them back on the shelf. However, when a certain book ends up in her hands, she suddenly goes still.
これって。
What's the matter?
エッチな本です。
Okay. Don't show me the cover, because I don't want to censor it. Say what? I do a double take. What did you just say?
参考書だと思っていたら落下の衝撃で外れたカバーの下がピンク色でびっくりですね。何？どういうこと？どうしましょう。偶然にもユマさんの大切なお宝を発掘してしまいました。
You do realize this is Shigure's room, right? Oh, no. That is no treasure. My mind is a blur right now. Responding to her in that manner was the only option I could think of. I have no memory of even buying something like that. This is Sugade's room. I cower in the face of my childhood friend's withering gaze.
大丈夫ですよ、ユマさん。
Kana, on the other hand, is all smiles.
私はこれくらいのことでは動じませんから。
That's because it's not Yuma's book. You're not?
はい、ユマさんだって男の子ですもん。お年頃というやつですか？エッチな本の一冊くらい隠し持っていても不思議じゃありませんよね。
Except that you forgot that you're in Sugade's room.
しかもこんな目くらましまでして必死に隠そうとして、意外と可愛いところあるんですね、ユマさん。
Except that Yuma's never bought a porno. Look, please allow me to explain.
メイドもののエッチな本はどこでしょう？
That book isn't even mine, Kana.
見苦しい言い訳なんて。
Mio, surely you're not dumb enough to surely you're not dumb enough to not realize that you're in Shigede's room. Mio eyes with me with such disgust it feels as though she's looking at sewer waste. I'm actually telling the truth, I swear. You guys are just jumping to conclusions in the first place. Why do you think I'd change the cover to hide it? I'd never do something that cowardly.
そうでしょうね。その通りだと思う。
That's also not the thing you should have brought up first. Maybe you should have brought up that you aren't sleeping in your own room. Wait, do you believe me, Mio?
ええ、信じるわ。
She nods firmly.
カバー付きの本は全部中身を確認してみましょうか。
Okay, go ahead. They're not my books. They're not Yuma's books. At her cue, everyone fetches a single book with a cover on it from the shelf. You don't believe me, do you?
そうだよな。何かの間違いだよな、これは。
Shinku, please just tell Yuma the real reason why this is all a misunderstanding. Huh?
ずっとそばで見ていた私が言うんだ。間違いない。ユーマがそんなものを隠していたら、私が気づかないはずがないんだ。
Shinku is the only one who believes in my innocence. Yeah, no shit. She's always with you. Literally. I'm so touched.
どういった偶然が働いてこうなってしまったのかは想像もできないけど。
They're not coincidences. Suzu knows Shigude has these books and wanted Yuma to be the scapegoat.
でも、あくまでも偶然は偶然だ。それ以上の意味なんてない。あの一冊以上は出てくるはずが。
Unless, while Yuma was cleaning up the storage house, Suzu was getting all of the arrow books that she has and putting them in Shigude's room. That was the real plan. Everyone proceeds to pry off the cover of the book in their hands.
こっちにも。さらにこっちもエッチな本が。
What?
うん。次々と。
あー、これモザイクないよ。
No way. What on earth am I witnessing?
おい。なんだよこれは。どういうことだよユーマ。
Okay. Listen, Shinku, I get this is all meant to be like a joke, but at least be logical about it. You have been with Yuma the entire time. When would he ever be able to sneak out of your view to get all of these arrow books without you knowing? Second of all, if anything, It would be Shigure's. You're in fucking Shigure's room. They would be his books. Shinku,
エッチな本がいっぱいだ。
they're not mine. It's not just a string of cosmic coincidences, right, Shinku? It's all just a string of coincidences, right, Shinku? She eyes me incredulously.
ユーマ、
She narrows her eyes, her voice laced with pity.
私はエッチなのは嫌いなんだけどな。
I don't know anything about this. I swear, it's all just a misunderstanding. It's true, I'm not lying. Please believe me, I silently plea.
いつの間に私の目を盗むような巧妙な方法を覚えたんだ。私は悲しい。
Right, yes, you jump to that conclusion instead of thinking that the fact that you're in Shigure's room, first of all, and the fact that you are with Yuma the entire time. This entire sequence is bullshit. It's so dumb. What are all these fucking contrivances? How is there not a single smart person in this room? Yuma can't come up with an explanation and tell them that it's in fucking Shigure. I'm sleeping in fucking Shigure's room. So if anything, it would be his books. Shinku should be the smartest person here. She has the most information. Why is she jumping to conclusions as well? Yeah, you know, the 3 days with that I was without Shinku, I bought all the porn books in the world and covered them all up so that Shinku wouldn't see them. Right, because Yuma would definitely buy all these porn books and not read them because he knows that Shinku doesn't like perverted stuff. She seems entirely unwilling to hear any excuses from her mouth at this point. They're not excuses. Just say you're not even in your own room.
全く抜け目のないやつだな。私に気づかれないでこんなものを収集していたなんて。
Because you should realize that Yuma wouldn't be able to.
いや、でも待てよ。もしかしたらこれは男の子として健全に順調にすくすくと成長しているんだと喜ぶべきなのかな。
Is this meant to be amusing? Because the contrived nature of it is not funny. It is pissing me off. She begins to muse some question to herself. Look, I get Yuma's a dumbass. I get some of these other characters can be pretty dumb too when it comes to misunderstandings. But the fact that Shinku is part of it too. Whatever, I'm done. Shinku's betrayal cut deep. There are no words to describe the pain and sorrow I feel. Regardless though, I need to find a way to squeeze myself out of this tight spot. Look. Kana, Tsukasa, Hyo, Ayumu. In terms of common sense, they're all pretty dumb. Mio has at least a bit of common sense when it comes to this stuff. But she's a tsundere, so, you know, it kind of makes sense that she would jump to conclusions immediately instead of thinking about anything logically. Shinku, on the other hand, just jumped to conclusions when she found out there was more than one book, because for some reason she was thinking purely logically until the second book shows up. Kana is quivering. In her hands are a pile of books covered in pixelated genitalia.
一冊だけじゃなくて、こんなにたくさんだなんて。
Maybe you should ask a question. How would Yuma be able to procure all of this? It only seems to be a matter of time before she bursts into tears. No, Kana, please, you got it all wrong. Please listen to me. I fully understand that any words that come out of my mouth right now will only sound like excuses, but please, even if nobody else is willing to hear me out, I want you to at least too. Yeah, but Yuma, you aren't... I get you're a dumbass. At least try to explain yourself.
どうして
Huh? I mean, look. Kana's only pissed because there's no maid paraphernalia. Why what? She glares at me with a stern countenance.
どうしてメイドもののエッチな本が一冊もないんですか
What did I tell you? I don't know. Ask Suzu. She's probably the one who bought all of these books. I'm dumbfounded.
やっぱり
Huh?
メイドはもう時代遅れなんですね
She sniffles in between words. This revelation seems to be equivalent to the end of the world to her. I mean, considering that her entire identity is being centered around her being a maid, I guess that's true. I guess that would make sense. What? Surely it's not that bad.
さすがはお兄さんです神服です
Tsukasa?
素晴らしい徹底ぶりなのです全世界から産業と称えられて差し支えないくらいには
She nods to herself, for some reason with great satisfaction.
皆さんどうかご覧ください
Don't show any. She opens one such book and thrusts it high above her head.
あの本もこの本もどの本も全てが全て大きなおっぱいで溢れているではありませんか
Ah, that's why. That explains it. Tsukasa, please just stop, I'm begging you. I plead with her for dear life. That book does not belong to me. Why don't you just say that then? Instead of saying it in your head. Not a single one among this mountain of smut-filled pixelated books of mine. Even so, I can't help but feel ashamed at the fact that Tsukasa brandished one of them over her head.
お兄さんこの本一冊残らずとかすれば私の脅威もほんの少しだけでも成長しますでしょうか
No. Next question. No, they will not. So please close that book right now.
巨乳ものばかり
Yeah, well, they're not my books. And they're not Yuma's books either. I could feel the bloodlust in her eyes.
ロリコンじゃないんだ意外なの
Yo, you got the biggest hits here. What are you talking about? Why are you surprised about that? As I continue to plead fervently and deny any and all knowledge of these books.
もっとすごいの発見したの
Is it BL? What? What'd you discover?
ほらこれ
Is it BL? She presents something to me.
美少年と美少年の下半身が結合してる
I fucking knew it. I told you it's fucking Suzu's books. Look, I misunderstood them as Shigure's, but then I realized Suzu's master plan this whole time was to put all of the books that in her room into Shigure's room, mix them around so that Yuma wouldn't realize that there were a lot more books than usual, while Yuma was in the storage room, right? I figured it all out. She hands me what appears to be a non-commercial manga booklet. On impulse, I snatch it from her hand and throw it to the floor in a fit of rage. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just hate gay sexy men. I mean, I just hate... I swear I'm not homophobic.
あのね前々からそうかなとは思ってたけど
Yo, unless your suspicions are that these are not Yuma's books, he's not into yaoi. At least I don't think he is. Unless a Yumu's secret route is a real thing. Never mind. But what about...
ご が好きなの？お兄ちゃんは。
Look, I only like him when they're femboys. I mean, huh? What sort of stuff?
あれをするのも何をするのも男の子同士じゃないと嫌なの？
As long as one or both of them look like women. I didn't say that. What are you talking about?
かわいい、あるいはかっこいい男の子相手にでしか興奮できない、もしくは準備がまるで整わないというような類の変態性に生まれながらに開眼しちゃっているような人。
She begins to ramble feverishly in between heavy, heated breaths. It's quite frightening, to be honest. I mean, we knew that she was a Fujoshi, right?
お兄ちゃんはあゆむちゃんを狙ってたりするの？
Only in the secret route that doesn't exist. Huh? What on earth did I just hear?
だってこの漫画の責められちゃってる方の美少年がちょっとだけあゆむちゃんに似てると思うの。
Suzu might be a Fujoshi too, let's just say. Don't worry about it, Yumu. Ayuma looks over it in complete confusion.
あゆむちゃんは男の子なのに可愛いから仕方ないって思うけど。
It doesn't help that the way Yuma reacted to Ayumu during the beach episode was very sus. Beach chapter, I guess. So, it kind of makes sense for Kyo to come to this conclusion.
でも私はどちらかっていうとあゆむちゃんが攻撃的な方が。
No? That's not how it works. She begins muttering odd words to herself. I think she's in her own head at this moment in time.
あゆむさんを狙っていたって。ゆまさん、それってまさか。
No. I retreat a few steps. Even in the odd astronomically minute possibility that these regular adult books were mine, and they're not, but even if they were, even if most of these books were my possessions, that little manga booklet or whatever would definitely not be. That is one point I refuse to concede on, no matter what. That book is definitely not mine. They all silently stare at me. Why are you all looking at me so dubiously? Because of how you reacted to Ayumu during the beach, at the beach. None of them seem to believe a word I just said.
一ノ瀬くん、ユーマから離れた方がいいわ。え、どうして？大切なものを奪われちゃうかもしれないの。
Why are you singling out Ayumu, considering that there were also ero manga of big-titted women? So, like, Kyo should single herself out as well. No, I won't.
なんだかユーマさんはあゆむさんと妙に仲がいいなと思っていたら、まさかそんな目であゆむさんを見ていただなんて。
Listen, alright, he may have done some sus shit at the beach, but look, the only relationship he has with Ayumu is to mooch off of his grades, is to mooch off of his studies, alright? What do I do? They're all ganging up on me. Someone please get me out of this. Whatever. You got it all wrong. You don't need to back away from me, Yumu. I don't bite. Stop looking at me like a frightened animal. You're not helping yourself here, Yuma. I try to defend myself in desperation.
ああ、なるほどね。
Huh? I turn around. Suzu was standing in the doorway.
ゆうくんにこんな性癖があったなんてびっくりだよね。
Is this meant to be funny? Now Suzu is gonna gang up on Yuma and look like she isn't the one who owns all of these books.
あゆむちゃん、夜寝るときは気をつけておいた方がいいよ。お尻に絆創膏を貼っておいた方がいいかもしれない。ゆうくんは絶倫だから。
Ayumi, please. Don't look away from me like that. This is disheartening. Really disheartening.
エッチな本ばかりを集めてないで、少しはお勉強しなさいってもんだよね。学生の本文を放棄してるんじゃねえよって話だ。
Are they even gonna figure out that Suzu is the one who owns these books? At this point, I don't even know. Suzu.
Hmm?
These books aren't mine. At least believe me, right?
だってさ、こうして隠せぬ証拠が目の前にあっちゃ、信じるも信じないもないっていうかさ。
She smiles awkwardly.
参考書のカバーを目くらましに使ってみんなの目を欺こうだなんて。しかも見つかってしまったら違うと泣きついてばかり。
Huh?
ほんと見苦しいよね。
Okay, Yuma, please tell me you realized this was Suzu's plan.
そんな言い訳ばかりを並べ立ててるようじゃ、可愛げってものがまるで感じられないんだよね。
Suzu,
何かな？
I have a question.
おい、なんだろうね。
How did you know those smutty books were being hidden by innocent-looking covers? You haven't been here this whole conversation.
あれ？
I really want to believe in your innocence. I do. But was this your doing?
はあ？
I look on her face. The look on her face erases all doubt within my mind.
何が？
What a conniving, cheeky grin. It completely blows her cover. Every last bit of tension drains from my body. What on earth were you trying to pull? Please don't tell me you sent me to the storeroom solely so you could set this elaborate little scheme.
さあ、どうでしょう。
Her guilt is writ large on her face. It couldn't be clearer if she shouted it. I'm not happy with you right now, Suzu. What on earth possessed you to pull a prank like this on me? What benefit was there for you to frame me like this? Was it some idea that you got from a book again?
違うって、そんなんじゃないよ。
Okay, then why?
ただ、間違って買った本を処分したかったから。
Oh, yeah, some. There's something called a garbage can for that, and this room is not one. I slumped down. What a handful, I swear. She really went too far this time.
ちょっと何？その手がつけられないくらいにかわいそうな子を見るような目は。
Because you are. You were a child. I might be able to at least excuse this.
だってさ、よくあるじゃん。エッチな本とか DVD とかすっごいワクワクして買ってきたはいいけれど。でも中身を拝見して、何これちょっと超がっかりだよっていうのがさ、若妻とタイトルで書かれてるのに、蓋を開けたら熟女妻だったりとかね。
Listen, all right? If there was a MILF on the cover instead of a young babe, it would have been better. Regardless. Okay. What are you getting at?
そういうのの処分って結構気を使っちゃうんだよね。捨てるにしても売り払うにしても恥ずかしいし。
Throwing them away is too embarrassing. So framing Yuma is the next best thing. This solution you came up with was hardly better. I sighed dejectedly. What I don't understand is, why did you buy all this material that's targeted toward a male audience? I know you sure don't act it, but you're still a woman for what it's worth.
好奇心旺盛なんだ、お姉さんは。
I mean, did buy some yaoi. It was just buried under all of the big-tittied women. Big-tittied MILF porn. Sure.
それにせっかく買ったんだもん。少しくらいは役に立ってくれないと。そうでしょ？
Look, at least the book that she spent 8 million yen on was not a porno. It was just a book on insects, I think, or like just bugs. I don't remember. An orthopedic book. This is a good use to you?
すっごく面白かったよ。ゆうくんの焦りまくってる顔が見れて。
Right, yes. Watching Yuma get framed as a pervert by all of his friends was definitely priceless. She produces a digital camera and ushers me to look at the candid photos she took of me while my face was flustered. Does she expect me to laugh? Is this whole spring cleaning idea just an excuse for you to pull this stunt?
半分正解。
She grins. Whatever, I can't be bothered to deal with her anymore.
だってやっと夏休みが始まったんだもん。これまでずっと暇でしょうがなかったんだもん。
Seriously? I can't even... I clutch my head in dismay.
それじゃあお話をまとめると、この本はユーマさんのものではないと。
Who would have guessed? No, they don't. Believe me now?
はい、きれいさっぱりと。
Thank goodness. I breathe a sigh of relief.
それでは早速メイドもののエッチな本を一緒に買いに行きましょうか、ユーマさん。
I mean, like, we can do that later. I mean... You didn't hear that. What? Why do we need to do that?
今回のことがきっかけでユーマさんが不健全な道に興味津々となってしまっては困ってしまいます。
Unsavory interests that don't include maids. You know what, Kana? You've got the right idea. You don't have to worry about that seriously.
とにかく何よりも健全な妻への愛を再確認していただかなくてはいろいろ不安で、私夜も眠れなくなっちゃいます。
She tugs strongly on my arm, urging me to go with her. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not buying that filthy trash.
そんなの。
Listen, look, Kana. He wasn't talking about the maid stuff. He's just talking about porn in general, alright? You forgot that Yuma's more than just a virgin. He's barely even a pervert. Sniffling in dejection, she then begins to reach for the buttons on her maid attire.
やっぱりもうメイドは古いんですね。
Oh god. Alright, but don't you dare start undressing.
ゆうくんはあゆむちゃんに脱いでほしいんだよね。
Her eyes begin to well up with tears. You know what? Ayumu's the real victim here. From both sides. Alright? Suzu made Ayumu believe that Yuma was into men. Kyo made Ayumu believe that Yuma was into men. Yuma made Ayumu believe that he was into men. Look, Ayumu's just the victim on all sides. And this is why he doesn't have a secret route. You're gonna have to wait until the fan disc for that. What? I didn't say that. You're gonna have to wait until the next game. He is very evidently on edge. Please, Ayumu, don't believe the nasty lies about me. About me they're spewing. And not even a lick of an apology out of any of them. Especially not Suzu. Boy, today was an absolute disaster. And not even Shinku. for jumping to conclusions like the rest of them. Nearly midnight, and I'm writing in the diary, or trying to at the very least. As always, my pen isn't moving nearly as much as it ought to. How bored do you have to be to pull off such an insane prank like that?
そうだな。もしかして夏休みが始まって一番はしゃいでるのはユーマの師匠なんじゃないのか？
Shinku, don't act like you're blameless in this. You also accused Yuma of being a pervert. You think she is?
寮生たちが揃って休みで嬉しいんじゃないかな。海の時みたいに一緒に遊べるっていう感じでさ。
The reason she's as excited as she is because she can hang out with everyone all day. You really think she's the type of person to care about that? Yeah, but Yuma's the only one who gets pranked by her.
ユーマの師匠は生来からのぐうたらだけど、仕事以外の全てにおいて能動的なタイプの人間だとは言い難いけれど。でも、こと遊びのこととなると、途端に活発な行動力を見せるんだよな。あの魔女は。面白い人だと私は思うよ。
Right, yes, because that was definitely an amusing prank and no one got hurt from it, aside from Ayumu and Yuma. So, you know, the two guys, which, right, there was once a time when I referred to Suzu as in the same manner, though I think it was quite a while back.
だけど私は安心したよ。
Don't worry, at least when we saw young Suzu for the first time, instead of it being blacked out like Mio CG in the same episode, it was just zoomed in, so it didn't show her panties. Unlike Mio's CG, which they could have done the same thing for, but they didn't do that because they're too lazy. About what?
もしかしたらユーマは相手が可愛ければもう誰でもいいという具合の野獣くんなんじゃないかって本気で心配したんだ。
Right, yep. Yeah, of course you would, instead of thinking logically about it and realizing Yuma wouldn't have been able to not just buy the books. Even if he did buy them, he wouldn't be able to read them without you knowing. Shinku, I thought you were smarter than this. What? First, that's a misunderstanding. Second, those were some awful accusatory words you used.
ともかく疑いが晴れてよかった。そうだろ?
Yeah, sure, and you didn't even get an apology out of it. Like the other time that he was fucking accused by Suzu. Well, okay. The first time he was accused by Suzu, it wasn't a prank from Suzu. This time, no one who accused Yuma of being a predator, like fucking Shinku just called him, apologized to him. Yeah, I guess. I finished writing my entry. Ultimately, I was too embarrassed to jot down the series of events from earlier in the day.
さて、今夜はどうする？もう何もやり残したことはないか？
Die. Nope. Not that I can think of. I'm ready to hit the sack. I flopped down onto the bed. Ow. The makeshift bed made up of hundreds of books is unexpectedly hard. Yeah, because I bet you Suzu fucking put some more books under the bed.
どうした？そんな親の敵を見るみたいな目で天井を凝視して。
Nothing's wrong. I just can't sleep.
そうか。眠りたいのにどうしてだか眠れないっていうのはしんどいよな。
When you're lying in a bed made of porno mags.
それならユーマ。
Huh?
子守歌が必要か？
Ain't no way. No thanks. I reply a bit unkindly with lips pursed. I should be incredibly tired right now, but for some reason I just feel restless. really restless.
よし、わかった。それじゃあ、ユーマが眠れるまで何か話をしようか。
I mean, to be fair, that does always work. You want to chat?
ああ。ユーマには特に話したいようなネタはないかもしれないけど。だけど、私はたくさん話したいことで溢れてるんだ。
Like what kind of women you're into? Oh. A warm smile spreads across her face. Oh. The contagiousness of it causes my facial muscles to loosen a bit.
さて、それではまずは何から話そうか。
The two of us proceeded to chat all throughout the night. At a certain point, I began to doze off. And soon thereafter... Please. How much of this is a dream? How much of it is reality? I beg of you, save us from this place. For some reason, I can't quite tell anything.
おやすみユーマ。また明日な。